Smash Brothers has characters, and characters have moves. And some of those moves are really good. So it's no secret that some moves in a character's arsenal are just more useful than others, and that makes sense. However, this means that some moves aren't as lucky. Every character's gotta have at least one move that isn't good, right? That got me thinking, what is every character's worst move? Now, I'm of course no expert on every character, so I got a lot of help for this. I went to the website smashcourts.com, which lists every character Discord this game has, and joined them to ask their members what they think their character's worst move is. In case you don't know what a Smash character Discord is, it's basically a giant group chat made up of people who main, secondary, or are interested in that character. Every one of these Discord servers has a role for people who specifically main that character, so I could always ask my question directly to people who main said character, which would give me a way better idea of what a character's worst move is, instead of just guessing them all myself. So before we get into it, I gotta mention some rules, because of course there are some. I'm not counting throws for any character. This is because if I did, then for almost every character their least useful move would be one of their 4 throws. Because with most characters you really only use 2 or maybe 3 of their throws whenever you land the grab. I mean, how often do you see Palutena use her up throw, as opposed to her back throw to kill or down throw to combo? And the second rule is that I'm not counting any get up attacks, so that's ledge get up attack or the 2 different get up attacks you have from the ground. You only have access to these moves if you're forced in a situation where you're able to use them, so I guess it should speak for itself why I'm not counting those. Oh, and also, there are a lot of characters in this game, so I won't be spending too much time on each one individually. Alright, now let's finally get into it. We're gonna go in order of every character's fighter number, so we're of course gonna start with Mario. Mario's worst move is apparently his up tilt. It doesn't really lead into anything besides itself maybe once. Characters with a fast low hitting aerial can usually interrupt it at low percent before Mario can move again, or just air dodge out of any potential follow-ups. And now I'm obligated to mention how good the move was in Smash 4, because it was really stupid and good. They just completely gutted this move in Ultimate. Donkey Kong's worst move is his down smash. It kills very late for a Donkey Kong smash attack, and it's extremely DIable. Even out of a side special berry, you're way better off going for a grounded spinning Kong or a forward smash. For Link, it's dash attack. Its main problem is that it's very slow and punishable. It may be kinda strong, but so is forward tilt, which is basically always a better option, especially if you use it after a turnaround cancel. Samus and Dark Samus' worst move is Homing Missile. Sorry Elite Smash Warriors, this move sucks. It has so low knockback that it's basically considered fixed knockback. It also doesn't home in very well at all. You can also just hit it with a weak move, and it goes away. I guess the same can be said for Super Missile, but that one is a lot stronger and faster. Yoshi's worst move is, surprising absolutely nobody, his Egg Roll. It's got a lot of startup and end lag, absolutely zero combo potential, and it doesn't kill. If you use it in the air, it doesn't have a hitbox and leaves you wide open. It also does like no shield damage, so if you see a Yoshi coming at you with this move, you can just shield it for free. There's a cheese strat you can do with Egg Lay, but that's never gonna happen if your opponent knows what mashing is. So for Kirby, it's down air? What? That's like one of the dumbest spikes in the game, and a great combo starter, right? I don't know man, like 4 people in the Kirby Discord told me it's down air. What I was told was, basically every single move in Kirby's kit has a good use, so Kirby doesn't really have a bad move. So I think this is a good point to mention that this video is more so focused on a character's least useful move, as opposed to worst move. Then again, I think that kinda means the same thing. Just keep in mind that worst move doesn't necessarily mean useless move. So yeah, for Kirby it's apparently down air. They say it's inconsistent or something, but I usually see it work just fine. I even asked about Hammer Flip and they told me that even that is a better move. Though it's close. I'll take their word for it. Well, let's just move on. Fox's least useful move is Laser. I guess it's nice after a back throw or something to get an extra percent in, but it's no longer the crazy neutral defining move that it was in Melee. It's got a lot more end lag now, and Fox is super fast anyways, so approaching and controlling space isn't too much trouble for him without it. I guess its best use is after a shield break, so you can stand right next to your opponent to rack up some crazy damage with it, before using your up smash, which is super strong anyways. For Pikachu, it's jab. Its only real use is jab locking someone, but Pikachu's jab lock isn't that good. Dash attack would basically always be a better option instead of a jab lock, which is because he doesn't really have a good jab lock setup, except down tilt, which still gives you a pretty good tech window. And it also doesn't have a finisher, meaning that if you want to do like a smash attack out of it or something, you have to time it, because if you buffer it, you'll just do another jab. And worst of all, it's negative on hit, meaning that any decently fast down tilt can beat it before Pikachu can do anything out of it that isn't another jab. Now for Luigi. It pains me to say this, but his worst move is Side Special. Man, this move is so funny, but that sadly doesn't make it good. It's laggy, super easy to dodge, and very easy to punish. Another contender for Luigi's worst move would be his Side Tilt. It's nothing special at all, but what makes Green Missile worse is that you don't have to use Side Tilt, whereas you're sometimes forced to use Side Special to recover. If you let yourself get hit by the Side Special when Luigi is trying to recover with it, he dies. Even the small chance it have of being super strong and fast doesn't save this move, and I think Luigi mains can tell you that the misfire isn't always a blessing. For Ness, it's no surprise, it's PK Flash. Ness has had this move for 4 games in a row now, and I'm pretty sure it's been his worst move in every iteration of it. In Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's incredibly slow, and its decent power doesn't even make up for its huge startup. Trying to edgeguard with it isn't too smart either, because well, Ness can just do this. And it's not even good as a shield break punish either, because PK Thunder Tackle kills way earlier. In short, this move is heavily outclassed by everything. Hoo boy, this is gonna be a hard pill to swallow. Captain Falcon's worst move is perhaps the most iconic move in Smash Bros. History, Falcon Punch. Its biggest issue is, it's slow, very slow, on the characters whose moves are usually very fast. Missing it off stage almost always means you're dead. Forward Smash is apparently also not that good, but it's way better at covering roll reads and stuff. Raptor Boost is a close second because it's inconsistent as hell, but Falcon Punch is just a little less usable. Now for Jigglypuff it's of course a rollout, and for Peach and Daisy it's up tilt. Up tilt's only real use is pressuring a shielding opponent on a platform. You've been plaguing my channel for almost 4 years now, which means that I got quite some things to say about you. Since it's such a special occasion, let's save you for the end of this video, because it's gonna take a while. Which means that we're skipping Jigglypuff for now and going straight to Peach and Daisy. Like I already said, their worst move is up tilt. Or I would say that if it was actually known what their worst move is. In the Peach and Daisy Discord, I started a gigantic discussion by asking what their worst move is. A bunch of people said it was up tilt, and another bunch of people said it's forward tilt. This discussion went on for about 30 minutes. So I'm gonna choose myself, and I say up tilt is worse. These moves' main problem is that they're both heavily outclassed by other moves, especially since Peach can use all of her amazing aerials on the ground in very rapid succession. Up tilt's only niche use is using it to pressure someone shielding on a platform, and forward tilt's only real use is using it after a down throw at low %. The reason I think forward tilt is a little better is because Peach can use other way safer aerials to pressure platforms, and you might want to use forward tilt after a down throw at low % instead of back air, as to not steal back air, which is one of her best moves for sure. But what do I know, it's not like I'm a Peach main or anything. TLDR, these moves both suck. Next. And next is Bowser. His least useful move is down tilt, which might come as a surprise since it's pretty strong and can 2-frame. However, all of Bowser's moves are strong. He's a big boy. Forward tilt can 2-frame as well, which comes out just as fast and kills way earlier. Also, both hits have a small trip chance, which is bad on the first hit because the second hit will always hit them out of it, since getting hit by anything after tripping will always put you back on your feet. And on the second hit it's also basically useless because the only follow-up you can get out of it is dash attack, which requires inhumanly fast reaction time and is not that great of a move either. Basically, down tilt is outclassed by forward tilt in almost every way. For the ices, it's dash attack. This move is actually garbage because it does nothing. It doesn't combo, it doesn't kill, it's frame 11 which makes it exactly as fast as their forward smash, it's very laggy, its hitbox is honestly pretty terrible, and worst of all, if you use it too far or too close to your enemy, Nana's hit straight up won't connect, making it only deal about 7 damage. Wow, talk about a pathetic move. This might very well be one of the worst moves in the entire game. Apparently there's a tech called Special Storage that makes it somewhat usable, but I'm not gonna even attempt to do that, because as we all know, Ice Climber's tech requires you to grow an extra pair of hands. And even with this Special Storage, dash attack would probably still be their worst move. Also, I'd like to give an honorable mention to Up Special, because the Ice Climbers Discord taught me that letting yourself get hit by Nana means Popo goes nowhere. Which really sucks because it's their recovery move. Side Special can get the job done, but it doesn't go as high as Up Special of course. For Sheik it's multi-jab. There's nothing really wrong with this move per se. It's just that jab 1 and 2 can both lead into down tilt or forward tilt, which at low percent can lead to some combos, and at higher percents can lead to a kill. It's not 100% guaranteed, but the jab 1 into down tilt setup is honestly a pretty viable kill setup. Basically, using multi-jab means you might have thrown away some more potential damage, or even a kill, which is why it's her least useful move. And for Sheik's true appearance, it's forward tilt. It's got quite some range on it, and it actually is pretty strong. However, it has quite some end lag too, and it's frame 12. So why would you ever try to kill with this if you can just... Which takes 9 frames, including the 3 frame jump squad. And yes, this also works with back air and hits small characters too because the hitbox is huge. Down tilt is also a better poking tool and 2 frame move. It's not awful, it's just definitely her worst move. For Dr. Mario, it's down tilt. Its only confirm is up air, but only if you stand super close to your opponent. At low percent it puts you in a bad spot because if you don't shield, the enemy might be able to hit you or trade with you. It's also not safe on block, so if your opponent shields it, they can jab or grab you for free. And that risk isn't worth taking considering the only thing you can get out of it is maybe one up air. In most cases, forward tilt is better. Alright, watch this. For Pichu it's side special. I guess if you're not confident in doing one of Pichu's easy combos if you get a shield break, you can fully charge it to almost do 40 damage. But even in that very specific situation, if you somehow miss, you're dead from almost anywhere on the stage because Pichu flies off at the speed of light. Even Pichu's jab is better, because his jab block is actually amazing, since forward smash doesn't have a sour spot, which Pikachu's does. For Falco, you might be surprised to hear this, it's down tilt. Down tilt's only real use is killing at percentages where up tilt to back air doesn't work anymore. And only really the sweet spot of down tilt kills reliably, for which you have to stand basically inside your opponent. And at that point you might as well use down smash, which is faster, and even if it doesn't kill, it still sets up for Falco's incredible edge guards. It can 2 frame, but like I said, Falco's edge guarding is amazing, so you're better off going for that. And even if you want to 2 frame, down smash does a way better job at it. For Marth and Lucina, no surprise here, it's dash attack. It has a lot of startup and gigantic end lag, even for a dash attack. Dash cancel forward smash is basically always a better option. It's also not great for killing with Marth's tipper, because turnaround cancel forward tilt kills way sooner and is a lot easier to land, and is safer too. And for Lucina, dash cancel forward smash is a million times better, because her forward smash is amazing. And as you might have guessed, for both characters this move has absolutely zero combo potential. Young Link has an incredible kit. It might even be the best overall kit in the game. However, hidden in that amazing moveset is one terrible move, and that would be his Zair. It has way too much knockback at 0% to be able to combo into anything that isn't dash attack. And if you're going for Zair into dash attack at 0% with Young Link, then honestly, what are you doing playing this character? Even a simple first hit of back air into forward tilt does more damage than that. I found that it can lead into dash attack at kill percent, but it's not like Young Link has trouble killing anyways. If you use it off stage to try and edgeguard someone, you're more than likely going to die because of how much end lag it has, and how fast Young Link falls. I guess you could try to use it to recover, but his up special is already really good at that, and if you miss it, then, well, you'd be way better off going for one of his amazing combos. Ganondorf has two big contenders, Warlick Punch and Up Tilt. So which one is worse? Up Tilt by far. Up Tilt is super slow, weaker than Forward Smash even though it does the exact same amount of damage, and it has a pretty bad hitbox. The windbox it has might actually make the move worse than it would be without it. At least Warlick Punch has some crazy armor, and it's Ganondorf's best option out of his shield break. And Ganondorf is definitely able to break shields, even without Up Tilt. Damn, this video is already 15 minutes long? Well, the title did say this was going to be part 1 of this video, so let's stop here for now. Please? Fine. I guess I did promise to talk about Rollout at the end, didn't I? Rollout is by far Jigglypuff's worst move and by extension one of the worst moves in the entire game. Sure, Jigglypuff goes crazy fast when it's at full power, but in order to get the full power you have to charge it for almost a full second, at which point anyone has more than enough time to get in the air and stay there until the game automatically decides to let her rip after about 2 seconds, because in Smash Ultimate you can no longer hold the rollout infinitely like you could in Smash 4. Even Little Mac, who gets the worst amount of maximum airtime out of a jump, has plenty of time to react to Puff charging rollout and get in the air and stay there for rollout's entire duration. And even if he for some reason doesn't decide to jump and instead shield it, his shield will be halved. And at this point the opponent will think, uh-oh, if Jigglypuff turns around and hits me again, my shield will be broken. Oh, good thing I can just jump out of my shield before that happens. If you're the Jigglypuff, however, try not to turn around too fast because, whoops, the hitbox disappears instantly when turning around. Speaking of the hitbox, it looks like this. Pretty pathetic, right? Now let's talk about its power, or lack thereof. If you fully charge it, it's kinda strong, I guess. Not really though. But if you charge Forward Smash for exactly the same amount of time, it's way stronger. And if you charge Forward Smash for about 15 more frames, then it's at full power, at which point it's actually pretty powerful, way stronger than Rollout will ever be. Now we're gonna talk about the aerial version. Ooh. The aerial version is somehow even worse than the grounded version. Since Rollout is really fast and has an active hitbox, you might think it's a pretty good recovery tool. Boy do I have bad news for you. If you hit Rollout in the air, Jigglypuff will bounce upwards and then come crashing downwards like a meteor. You can strafe left and right a little bit during this, but it's got some startup before you're strafing at max speed, at which point you'll be dead. This means that if you're fighting a Jigglypuff and they try to recover with Rollout for some reason, you can just let yourself get hit by it and then she dies. Now in Smash 4, it was actually kinda dangerous to do this, because Rollout sends you up when it hits in the air, so if you get hit by it too high up, you might die before Puff. Not an ultimate though. Here it sends you straight forwards at a super low angle, so you can do it basically whenever. Now if you fail to let yourself get hit by Jigglypuff, she can actually cancel Rollout by grabbing the ledge. It's a pretty tight window though, and if you fail, then she dies. Now if you're fighting an inanimate object, and catch it shielding on the ledge way too much, you can go for the sick double hit on shield which will result in them dying. Don't use Rollout too close to the ledge though, because if you do, Jigglypuff will be shot off stage at Mach 10 and she will die. So that's why. That's why Rollout has been the joke of my channel for almost 4 years now. Boy does it feel good to finally rant about Rollout like that. Longtime fans of the channel will probably feel my frustration with this move. They actually buffed it a little in the most recent patch to make it a bit quicker, but it's still garbage. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm trying to get part 2 out before the end of the year, but don't quote me on that. After all, this video took way longer to make than expected. Oh, and by the way, I'm recording this a few hours before the Game Awards on December 12th, which means that I haven't seen the Geno trailer that they're definitely gonna show there, right? Yeah. Anyways, let me know which of the moves I talked about in this video you think is the worst one. And with that, I'll see you in part 2. Have a good day.